Potatoes are a staple food worldwide, valued for their versatility and nutritional content. Growing potatoes can be highly rewarding, whether you are a small-scale gardener or a commercial farmer. From pre-planting to harvesting, the process of growing potatoes requires close attention to crop requirements and mastering the whole growth cycle. In this video, we'll cover all essential steps, from soil preparation to harvesting and storage. So make sure you subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to get regular updates. Let's get started. Potato pre-planting process. Before planting potatoes, you should prepare the seeding material and process the soil. It was formerly believed that this crop could not be cultivated with zero or minimum tillage and needed the greatest level of tillage. On the other hand, modern farming techniques have demonstrated that low tillage offers numerous advantages and is an efficient method of crop growth. Soil requirements for growing potatoes. Potatoes can grow in various soils, but the ideal one is sandy loam or loose, well-drained soil rich in nutrients. Sandy soils may require more frequent irrigation to maintain moisture levels. However, in poorly drained soils with a fine texture and high clay or silt content, potatoes can develop misshapen tubers. For the best growth, select neutral soils with a pH of 5.5 to 6.0. Alkaline soils, on the other hand, increase the incidence of tuber disease known as common scab. Before planting, evaluate your soil to assess its suitability. This allows you to identify any necessary adjustments and ensure optimal conditions for your potato crop. Soil preparation by hand. For small-scale gardens or areas where machinery can't be used, preparing the soil by hand is a good and effective method. The first step is to select the appropriate site. Potatoes require at least 6 to 8 hours of sunlight per day. To limit the risk of disease, avoid growing potatoes in areas where tomatoes, peppers, or eggplants have been cultivated within the last 2 years. Next, determine the soil's pH and nutrient levels. You can do this with a home testing kit or by submitting a sample to your local agricultural extension department. If the soil is too acidic, add lime to raise its pH. If it is overly alkaline, add sulfur to reduce it. After selecting a place and testing the soil, use a garden hoe, rake, or spade to remove any existing vegetation, pebbles, or trash. This keeps the soil loose and free of anything that could get in the way of tuber growth. Use a garden fork or spade to break up the top 8 to 12 inches of soil, creating a loose, crumbly texture. This promotes root penetration and tuber expansion. Finally, add 2 to 4 inches of compost or well-rotted manure to increase the soil's structure, fertility, and moisture retention. This improves the soil and offers an optimal environment for potato growth. Soil preparation by machine. For larger plots or commercial farms, using machinery to prepare the soil is more efficient and saves time and labor. The sort of equipment required depends on the field size and soil quality. Common machines include rototillers, plows, and tractors with various attachments. It is critical to keep all machinery well maintained and appropriate for your soil. A rototiller is a multi-purpose tool for breaking up and aerating soil. Set it to a depth of 8 to 12 inches and make several passes to ensure the soil is loose and well aerated. For larger fields, a tractor with a plow can turn the soil, integrating organic matter and bringing new soil to the surface. After plowing, use a harrow or disc attachment to break up clods and improve soil texture. Depending on the results of a soil test, additional soil amendments such as lime, sulfur, or fertilizers may be needed. To ensure even distribution, use a tractor-mounted spreader, then mix them into the soil with a rototiller or disc harrow. Mechanized preparation also enables regular planting beds or ridges, which improves drainage and increases planting efficiency. Beds are typically spaced 30 to 36 inches apart, creating ideal conditions for tuber growth while limiting the risk of rot and disease. Whether you're a small-scale gardener or a commercial farmer, good soil preparation leads to healthier plants and higher yields. Growing potatoes. Before you can begin growing potatoes, you need to select the right seed potatoes. Choose certified disease-free seed potatoes from reputable suppliers. Look for firm, healthy tubers with well-developed eyes. Larger seed potatoes can be cut into pieces, each containing at least one eye, and allowed to cure for a few days before planting. Potatoes can be planted in early spring, once the soil has warmed and is workable. Plant potatoes in rows or hills, spacing them about 12 to 15 inches apart. Dig a trench or hole and place the seed potatoes with the eyes facing up. Cover the potatoes with soil and water thoroughly. Care and maintenance. Potatoes require regular care to ensure healthy growth and maximum yield. Keep the soil consistently moist but not waterlogged. As the plants grow, mound soil around the base of the plants to protect developing tubers from sunlight and encourage additional growth. Remove weeds regularly to prevent competition for nutrients and water. For optimal potato growth, choose a fertilizer type that is heavier in phosphorus and potassium and lighter in nitrogen. Monitor your potato plants for signs of pests and diseases, such as potato beetles, aphids, or late blight. Use organic or chemical controls as needed to protect your crop. Rotate your potato crop with other vegetables to help prevent the buildup of pests and diseases in the soil. Harvesting potatoes. You can tell it's time to harvest potatoes by looking at their blossoms and foliage. 2 to 3 weeks after the plants finish flowering, you can carefully dig out some baby potato tubers. 2 to 3 weeks after the leaves fade back, you can harvest mature tubers. Other signs that potatoes are ready include the vine dying completely, the tuber skin setting, and the tubers reaching the desired size. Be sure to harvest before a hard frost hits. Farmers often kill the potato vines before harvesting, a process called vine killing or desiccation. This can be done by cutting off irrigation, employing mechanical equipment like rotary choppers, or applying chemical top killers. After the vines are killed, the tubers are kept in the ground for 10 to 14 days to allow the skins to thicken, so protecting them during transit and extending shelf life. For large-scale harvesting, farmers use tractor-mounted machines. These machines lift potatoes from the ground and place them on webs to remove rocks, dirt, and debris. For small-scale harvesting, use a garden fork or shovel to delicately dig around the plant's base. Lift the plants gently from the soil, shake off any extra dirt, and allow the potatoes to dry in the sun for a few hours before storing. Storing potatoes. Potatoes should be stored in a cool, dark place to keep them fresh. The best temperature for storing potatoes is between 3–4 degrees Celsius. This helps prevent them from sprouting or spoiling too quickly. It's important to also keep the humidity high, around 85 to 90%. This helps maintain the potatoes' moisture levels and prevents them from drying out. When choosing storage containers for potatoes, opt for ones that allow for good air circulation. Burlap sacks, paper bags, or wooden crates are ideal for this purpose. Avoid using plastic bags or sealed containers, which can retain moisture and cause rot. Regularly inspect stored potatoes for signs of sprouting, rot, or decomposition. Remove any damaged potatoes quickly to avoid spoiling from spreading throughout the batch. If you have a large harvest of potatoes that you want to store for a long time, consider using a root cellar or cool basement. These underground storage areas provide a consistently cool temperature and high humidity, which are ideal conditions for long-term potato storage. To avoid sprouting during storage, keep potatoes away from light. Light can stimulate the formation of solanine, a poisonous chemical found in green potatoes. By following the steps mentioned in this video, you can cultivate a bountiful harvest of delicious potatoes and store them for long-term enjoyment. Hope you found the video helpful. Don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with more exciting content. Thanks for watching.